Okay, so our topic is why is Netflix now charging extra for account sharing? We're going to first see the past history and what was allowed before, and then we'll discuss in general why they stopped allowing account sharing. Then we're going to talk about the microeconomic principles in play. Okay, so why did Netflix previously allow account sharing? Primarily because people who use other people's accounts tend to get their own subscription in the future, kind of like free advertising. For example, children who use their parents' Netflix account tend to purchase one for themselves later on. Why did Netflix stop allowing account sharing? They stopped because they realized that they could generate more revenue this way. Wells Fargo suggests that Netflix could receive an increase of roughly $3 billion, given that the long-term subscribers don't leave. Those analysts also suggest there are roughly 30 million shared Netflix accounts in the US and Canada. They estimate that roughly 15% will pay to add another user to the existing account, while 25% will just buy a new account altogether. In this case, Netflix will receive more money for the additional account, leading to an increase in revenue. There's also the concept of price elasticity of demand, which we'll talk about next.
Why were they the first streaming company to stop it? Netflix is the biggest streaming platform, and although Hulu, Prime Video, HBO Max, etc., are also all big streaming services, they aren't even half the size of Netflix. Every streaming service knows the extent of the account sharing, and each company is constantly tracking it. Even though the other streaming services are also losing out on money, it isn't worth implementing the no account sharing rule just quite yet. They will lose out on business, and the users will just end up going to another service like Netflix that has already started doing it, since it's better and the same price. Netflix got to a big enough point where it became worth implementing, since they are losing out on more money now than if they started implementing it. How does the price elasticity play a role? The demand for Netflix is relatively inelastic. This means that theoretically worth it. That means that it is theoretically worth it for them to ban account sharing, as this will let them generate additional revenue without losing too many customers.
Well, looking at the marginal utility from Netflix's perspective, the marginal utility of allowing account sharing may have decreased over time. Initially, account sharing acted as some sort of free advertising. However, as Netflix grew and more people exploiting account sharing, Netflix may have seen the decreasing marginal utility of allowing it. From the consumer's perspective, the marginal utility of using a shared Netflix account decreases as the number of people sharing the account increases, meaning that the number of users sharing the account increases, the marginal utility for each user may decrease. On Monopoly, Netflix has many shows on its catalog. Among them are some shows that were exclusively produced by Netflix and are only available in their own streaming platform. This way, Netflix is able to maintain a monopoly over the streaming of some of their own shows through property rights. Because of this, Netflix is able to charge as much as they want to allow people to watch their proprietary shows.
Conclusion: Netflix stopped allowing account sharing for many reasons. First, they realized that they can make more money by banning it. Second, because the demand for Netflix is relatively inelastic, it is theoretically worth it to ban account sharing to generate more revenue. Thirdly, the marginal utility of allowing account sharing gets lower as Netflix becomes larger, leading them to ban it. Lastly, Netflix has some kind of monopoly in their shows since they make them. They are able to charge as much as they want to allow people to watch their shows. Thank you.